we're talking about how to select a share to invest in. It's going to be a two-part process. The first part is this first video, in which we'll talk about putting together a long list of companies for potential consideration. The second video is going to be about doing research to whittle that list down to a more manageable number. So in this first process, it'll be about generating some ideas to add to the list. Do stay with us to the end of the video so that you get to hear all those ideas. Hello, I'm Peter Martin with Trading 212, and we add videos about investment to YouTube regularly. If you click on the subscribe button and then the alarm bell, you'll get a notification for every new video and you won't miss out. So this video is aimed at people who are beginners to investment, and it's about selecting shares to invest in. Of course, there's no reason you have to follow this process. If you've got your own ideas about how you want to select your own shares, do go ahead and follow your own path. Really, this is aimed at those who are looking for a bit of inspiration of how to start. There are, of course, so many shares that are available to invest in. This is just about how to generate a few ideas. Of course, if you are a beginner new to investing, do also check out some other videos we've already done about the basics of investing. So a good place to start is by adding to this long list of companies you're trying to compile, companies that you've already got an interest in. After all, you're going to be spending quite a bit of time looking at these companies, so it can be a help to select companies in which you've already got an interest and perhaps you've already got some knowledge in that area. For example, just talking about myself, in my portfolio, hold some shares in Disney. This is by no means a recommendation, it's just telling you how I came to arrive at that point. A few years ago, Disney acquired Lucasfilm. I was a Star Wars fan, so suddenly it had my interest. Disney also owned Marvel Studios, and I was already a fan of the Marvel films. So naturally, I'm already checking out the box office results of some of these Marvel films. I was interested to see how the Star Wars films were going to perform. And so that dovetails a little bit with looking through the accounts of Disney and seeing how the different segments of that business perform. But, whatever area floats your boat. Let's say, for example, you're interested in the kind of battle that's been heating up about streaming services. Maybe then you want to add in Netflix and Amazon, or maybe you're interested in advances in medical treatments. Maybe then you can look through the biopharmaceutical companies and add a few of those to your list. Whatever area you have an interest. Or alternatively, maybe there's a product that you've actually used that you've really liked. Look to see what company makes that, see if it's a listed company. If it is, add it to your list. If you've used the service of a company where you thought that's a great service, once again, if that company's listed, add it to your list. Or maybe it's just a company where you're struck by how much money they're making. That company has just charged me so much. If they can afford to do that, maybe that's worth adding to your list. Another idea is to just follow financial news headlines to give you some inspiration. So go to a financial news website, for example, Reuters or the FT or Bloomberg, go to the companies section, look through the stories. If there's any stories there that spark some ideas that make you think, oh, that's a company that could be of interest, add it to your list. And you could come at the problem from a different direction. Instead of looking at the granularity of individual companies, you could instead look at the broader economy at the macro level and see what's occurring there and see whether that sparks any ideas. For example, you might look at trends in employment for different parts of the economy, whether a government has offered any tax breaks, if there's regulations being loosened in certain areas, looking at what's going on now and thinking about how that might affect earnings and revenue in certain parts of the economy going forward. So this is all about just getting some inspiration for building this long list of companies for consideration. In the next video, as I said before, we'll look at doing a bit of research about whittling this list down to a more manageable number. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first part of how to select a share to invest in. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button and give us a like, or why not share your thoughts with us in the comments section. We do read each one. But that's all for now for me, Peter Martin, and Trading 212. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.